Hey, what's up guys, this is Shukesh once again. Today I'm gonna unbox another Samsung mid-range. It's the Galaxy On NXT. There are already so many devices in between 10 and 20,000 rupees. Now we have got another Samsung mid-range at 18,490 rupees. Interestingly, this smartphone is basically a clone of the Galaxy J7 Prime with 32GB memory. The J7 Prime has 16GB. Otherwise, the design, camera, battery, the CPU, GPU, RAM, everything is same. And guess what? The J7 Prime is 300 rupees more on Flipkart. So looks like Samsung basically killed the J7 Prime with this smartphone. Let's get started with the unboxing and check the device itself. There you go, the all new Samsung Galaxy On NXT, and as I mentioned on my Galaxy J7 Prime reviews, this smartphone looks awesome, especially the black color because the bezel actually blends with the display, and beyond doubt this is the best ever design for a Samsung mid-range. It's unibody metal, weighs 167 grams, so feels very solid in hand. Before I give you a tour of the exterior design, let's check what's inside the box. The first thing you get is the quick start guide, and next I want to show you the earphones. It's basically the same earphone Samsung is providing with almost all of their mid-range and entry-level smartphones. It's a very basic headphone actually. If you are a serious music lover, you should actually get a premium one. This is the data cable for charging and data syncing. It's approximately 1 meter in length. The charging adapter is rated 5V 1.55 ampere, that is 7.75 watt, so no quick charging, but it's still better than the 5W charger. You also get the SIM ejector pin. Let's get rid of these things here and have a close look at the device itself. Now let me quickly compare the Galaxy On NXT with the On 8, which shares the same screen size, resolution, same battery and RAM, but priced at 16,000 rupees. The J7 2016 shares the same design as the On 8 but packs the same CPU GPU as this Galaxy On NXT. So you have so many options under 20,000 rupees, and by far this On NXT is the best phone you can buy under 20,000 rupees if you are into Samsung. Also, I think this new Samsung device is the best looking mid-range. Here I have the Moto G4 Plus. It's a plastic device with plastic bezel. The build quality is very poor. So if you want a stylish device, the Galaxy On NXT, the J7 Prime, J5 Prime are the best looking phones you can get. Now let's power on the device and give you a quick tour of the exterior design and ports. Below the display you have the home key, which is basically a push button, and this also works as the fingerprint sensor. It's actually not that much raised as the typical Samsung devices, but there should be no issues pressing the key. You also have the capacitive navigation keys, that is back and app switcher on either sides of the home key. You get the ear speaker grill along with an LED notification light, no front flash. The front facing camera is 8 megapixel f1.9, same as J7 Prime, and it's a great camera actually. The rear camera shoots 13 megapixel images with f1.9 maximum aperture, and unlike all the other Samsung smartphones including the flagships, the camera lens is not protruding, so you can keep this phone on your table without hurting the lens, though this might actually scratch your back panel. What I like most in this design is the display Gorilla Glass is 2.5D, which looks gorgeous, makes the screen immersive, and never keep the phone face down because this will scratch the glass. I will talk more about the display later. You have the power key and the volume rockers on either sides of the phone. At the top you have nothing, no secondary microphone. The micro USB 2.0 port is OTG enabled, that is you can attach your pen drive, your mouse, keyboards, etc. This is the headphone port, and this hole is for the microphone. The battery on this On NXT is of 3300 mAh, which should be ample for at least 1.5 days, and it's inbuilt non-user replaceable. There is also no NFC on this smartphone, unlike the On 8 and the J7 2016. Now the most interesting thing is the loudspeaker is on the side of the phone, which is I think the best location. The speaker at the bottom or at the back can get covered. The placement of this speaker is best for gaming and movies. So kudos to Samsung for thinking out this. This is the SIM card 1 slot, and there you have the SIM 2 slot, which Also takes the micro SD card slot. Fortunately, it's not a hybrid slot. Let me show you. So you can install 2 nano SIM cards and 1 micro SD card up to 256 GB simultaneously. Well, the device is ultimately ready, and the first thing I want to check is the display. So far I know this is an IPS panel. It's 5.5 inches Full HD with 401 ppi. So the resolution seems really decent for a smartphone at this price, and let me compare it with the Super AMOLED display on the Galaxy On 8. Obviously Super AMOLED renders the best color, especially the viewing angles and the black levels are superb, but the IPS panel on the OnNXT is not bad at all. The color rendering is very close and the outdoor visibility should be quite good. There you have the Moto G4 Plus, which also has an IPS panel, and the viewing angles are just like the OnNXT. I will make some comparisons in between these smartphones, so stay tuned. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below to get updated. Now before opening and installing any application, I want to quickly check the storage, RAM, etc. The device model name is G610F and it's running on Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow, so almost latest OS I will say, considering Android 7 is still not available on most of the smartphones. The storage officially is 32 GB as you know, and out of the box you are getting 24.5 GB free for the user, which is really nice. I think this is the only Samsung smartphone launched under 20,000 rupees having 32 GB storage. The RAM on the phone is 3 GB. As you can see, the free RAM is just 1.6 GB considering you have the TouchWiz interface with loads of software features. To start with, there are a couple of battery saving options which I really love, especially the new S Power Planning, which enables you to reserve some amount of battery for calling only, and it's extremely useful when you are on a trip. There is App Power Planning as well. You can also scan the device for adware, malware, install Samsung Minox, though secure folder is pre-installed. Ultra data saving mode can save up to 50% of your browsing and downloading data. The interface seems quite smooth. There isn't any lag I'm facing till now. I will install the most graphics intensive games on the Play Store and check the actual performance of the smartphone. There are a bunch of other features you can check, like is bike mode, which you must have heard about. When you are driving a bike, you can send automated text messages. The phone can also handle your calls. Ask the seller to press 1 if the call is important, otherwise they can just disconnect. You won't be even able to use the smartphone when you are speeding. So indeed a nice feature for the bikers. As usual, I will upload some tips and tricks series videos on this smartphone, so keep in touch. Now let me quickly give you a demo of Secure Folder, which is one of the best features of Samsung smartphones. First, you need to log into your Samsung account or create a new one. With Secure Folder, you can maintain a secret profile on your smartphone. You can add your system and third-party apps. Whatever you do here won't really affect the original application you have on the smartphone. For example, this image won't show up on your normal gallery. This is how you can separate your work and personal life. You don't have to rely on third-party apps. This software is preloaded into your Galaxy On NXT. You can lock the software anytime, and the unlocking can be done using your fingerprint. Now on the apps drawer, you also have another software pre-installed called S-Secure, which consists of 3 different options, including Secure Folder I have just shown you. You can also lock your applications with a password, which can be your fingerprint as well. You can even hide your sensitive applications. If you wish, you can make your Wi-Fi connection secured with encryption. There are some advanced features I want to quickly show you, like you can triple tap the home button and shrink the whole display to your right or left so that you can handle this huge display with one hand. There is one-handed input option on your dialer, keyboard, calculator, unlocking pattern, etc. Other interesting features include direct share, easy mute, smart alert. With easy mute, you can silence your incoming call ringtone just by flipping the phone. You can even send SOS messages to your friends and family just by triple tapping the power key. I will give you a demo of all these features in the upcoming videos. There is also support for themes. You can download numerous themes free of cost. So without installing any third-party launcher, you can change the overall look and feel of your smartphone. To check the performance of the phone, I have installed AnTuTu Benchmark. I want to quickly mention on the Galaxy J7 Prime, I got 36,700, so definitely the Galaxy On NXT is more capable and it's also very close to the Galaxy On 8. I want to also quickly show you the score on the Moto G4 Plus. As you can see, the 3D score on the OnNXT is almost half, so the gaming performance might not be as good as the Motorola mid-range. There you have the information of the CPU and GPU. It's exactly same as J7 Prime and J7 2016. The GPU is Mali T830 and the chipset is Samsung Exynos 7870. Let me actually show you the sensors. As usual, this Samsung mid-range lacks gyroscope, so no VR gaming. There is also no ambient light sensor, that means no auto brightness possible. Next, I want to quickly check the camera. The rear camera is more or less same as J7, J7 Prime or On 8. The autofocusing seems quite fast. The shutter speed is also good. As this is a Samsung smartphone, you have lots of modes, lots of features, including the Pro mode, which enables you to manually set your ISO, exposure, white balance, etc. So far, Samsung mid-range have the best cameras. It's better than the Moto G4 or Xiaomi devices considering the details and sharpness. You can take selfies using this gesture. Well friends, we are almost at the end of this unboxing and hands-on. Overall, if you are into Samsung, this Galaxy On NXT is the best phone under 20,000 rupees, though I'm not quite sure about the gaming performance. I will upload a gaming review and also a camera review, some speed test, and of course the full review very soon, so hit the subscribe button below and keep in touch. As I mentioned before, the design of this smartphone is one of the best, and do get the black color. I already unboxed the J5 Prime gold color and I feel that black color suits the design most. That's all in this review guys. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Shukesh signing off. Have a nice day.